In this lesson, we'll continue our review of Math Test 9, Section 3, No Calculator. We're still early on in the section, questions 5 through 7. Let's take a look at problem 5. The equation above gives the amount C in dollars an electrician charges for a job that takes H hours. Miss Sanchez and Mr. Rowland each hired this electrician. The electrician worked 2 hours longer on Miss Sanchez's job than on Mr. Rowland's job. How much more did the electrician charge Miss Sanchez than Mr. Rowland? So this is just a linear equation here, and if you think about it, when it's set to a real situation, this y-intercept is always going to be the fixed amount. It's the flat rate. So in this case, it's probably what the electrician charges as a service charge before he even starts working. So this is a flat rate. The variable rate is his hourly rate, which is $75 an hour. And the only difference is the 2 hours longer that he worked on Miss Sanchez's job. So her bill is going to be 150. It's just 75 times 2, right? You don't pay attention to the fixed amount. That's flat. That's initial. Doesn't change. So the answer is C. All right, let's take a look at 6. The circle above has center O and length of arc ADC is 5 pi and x is 100. What's the length of arc ABC? So this minor arc ADC is 5 pi and this interior angle is 100. We know then this would be 260, right? 360 in the circle, and we want to find this major arc. So we could just set up a ratio. We could say 100 is to 260, and this is 5 pi to x. And this is no calculator, so I definitely would reduce this. This is 10 over 26. You could even further reduce it to 5 over 13. I'll put it over here. And you can see, you can cross multiply here. You could do 5x equals 65 pi, and you can see that x equals 13 pi, which is the answer. But there's even a shortcut if you recognize it. So remember, this is a ratio. We have a 5 pi equals 5, so this has to be 13 as well, 13 pi, right? It's the same ratio. Or you could just cross multiply it. But the answer here is B. So one more question on this page, number 7. If 8 over x equals 160, what's the value of x? So to solve for x, we can just multiply, or actually divide in this case, both sides. We could do 160, or actually here, we could do 160x, right? We're just multiplying equals 8. And I know this is no calculator, but if you think about it, x is going to be 8 over 160. It's a really small fraction, and if you look at the choices here, this is 1 over 20, which is 0.05. But even if you didn't know that, I know it's no calculator, but there's no way it could be any of these large numbers. It's certainly not any number greater than 1. So hopefully you recognize that and save a little bit of time.